Hello there. On behalf of Astromatrix, I welcome you. My name is Marcel, and I am here to report the full moon in Aquarius that's happening on the 3rd of August at 11 degrees. So the themes that we'll be exploring are focusing on the future, forward-thinking, revolutionary insights, and freedom of expression. And once we've explored these different themes and what this full moon means, we'll then do a tarot reading on behalf of the collective to see what is coming up for the collective with regards to the full moon in Aquarius. So stay tuned. Hi there. So as I said earlier, the full moon is at 11 degrees of Aquarius on the 3rd of August. And when we are experiencing a full moon, we have an opposition between the sun and the moon. So the sun is shining light on the fullness of the moon, and so it's lightening up wherever there's shadow or darkness. It's illuminating that which has been coming into culmination over the last month. So whatever seeds we planted around the new moon are now ready to be released and are ripe. So this new moon, this full moon that we're experiencing is in Aquarius. We also have the sun in Leo. So we've got two opposite energies here on the Leo-Aquarius axis. The sun in Leo is very much around heart, and the moon in Aquarius is around a more detached higher mind, which ultimately is in service of a bigger picture and of a higher community. So both of these planets are in a very strong square to Uranus. Now Uranus rules Aquarius, so we've got a very strong Uranian Aquarian theme happening. So let's unpack the moon in Aquarius a little bit deeper. First of all, Aquarius is a very radical, forward-thinking sign. What it wants is it wants truth, and it wants change, it wants individuation, and it's about taking the path of least resistance, provided that it's about truth, in order to get from A to B. So it wants the change. This is also the quality of Uranus, and when we have the moon in a square to Uranus, you can be guaranteed that there's going to be shocks or sudden changes or unexpected events happening that come from out of the blue. So while it may come across as something negative, it will be positive in the long term. While this may be disruptive and possibly shocking, it can also be very pleasant, especially because we have a sextile with Jupiter in Capricorn and Neptune in Pisces. So this is all about new ideas and new visions, new inspired thinking. So the moon in the Aquarius is it's all about going into the emotions from a detached place. So it's the ability to process the challenges that are coming your way, the shocks and disruptions that may happen to you during this time, but from a higher mind, as opposed to getting caught up in the emotions. This is the detached Aquarius way. So there's something else that I need to mention. The day before that we have the full moon, we have the sun in a square to Uranus. So already we've got some disruption or change or things being shaken up that starts to happen. So with the sun in Leo, which is all about our expression, our creativity, our playfulness, our love of art, and our expression of our individuality, any places within that realm where we are stuck will start getting some kind of shake-up. So when we have a square aspect, these two aren't communicating properly with each other. Uranus is a very powerful force, so it wants to shake up wherever it is that we're not fully expressing ourselves creatively and in abundance. Leo, sun in Leo, is very much connected to the heart. So the same applies when we move the next day into the full moon. It then goes into a square with Leo as well. I should just mention that for the month of August, we have quite a lot of Uranian influence happening over that month. On the 14th, we have Uranus going retrograde, and Uranus is in Taurus. So because this is in Taurus and it's going to impact us on full moon, let's explore this a little bit. So Uranus, as I mentioned, is the disruptor. It shakes things up, it shakes up the status quo, it wants radical change, it wants forward innovative thinking. And when it's in Taurus, which is a fixed sign, it's all about the economy, it's about food production and agriculture. We can expect that there may be some disruptions around the economy, around our finances, as well as food production. We may find innovative new ways of working with money. And of course, it's not just a bang that's going to happen on the day. It's the start of something that leads to something, or perhaps the ending of something because it's a full moon, in order to make way for something new. So we can expect changes around agriculture. There may even be earthquakes. There may be volcanoes. Taurus is an earth sign, and with Uranus in that earth sign, because it's a fixed sign, it doesn't want to change. Uranus will come along and shake it until it does change. And then you can be guaranteed that this change will be permanent. But it's the hardest out of all the planets to change. So if you have any planets at 10 degrees of any of the fixed signs, which is Aquarius, Leo, or Taurus, you can be assured that that area of your chart will be going through some kind of transformation, some kind of change, be it disruptive or pleasantly disruptive. So just check your chart on the Astromatrix app and see if you have any planets at 10 degrees of Leo, Aquarius, or Taurus to get a sense of where this change is happening for you. I also need to mention that when the retrograde happens, the Uranus retrograde happens, the full moon in Aquarius in a square to Taurus will indicate the area, the themes, depending on where those 10 degrees are in your chart, that will be influenced. And so you'll get a sense of what this Uranian retrograde will mean for you. Right, so I have got some questions, some things that I've written down here for a spread, a tarot spread, and it just allows me to take it a little bit deeper and see as a collective how it is that we're going to be impacted by this full moon. So ultimately what this full moon is wanting is transformation, especially when it comes to Aquarius, in how our collective mind is operating and working at the moment. And wherever it is that we're stuck on this planet, that'll get shaken up. So I've got all my cards shuffled over here, and they're laid out, so we're ready to go. So the first card, and by the way, you can find this spread in the Astromatrix app if you want to do it for yourself. Otherwise, you can pick the cards that are on the app. So the first card is, what am I ready to release? And this is for the collective. This is for all of us. Great, we have the Tower card. I will explain to you shortly what that means. The next question is, in which area of my life is change needed? And the next card is the Ace of Cups. The next question is, what supports my freedom of expression? We have the Sun card. How can I be of service to a bigger picture? We have the Six of Pentacles. And the last card is, what is the full moon in Aquarius wanting for me to learn? And we have the Queen of Wands. Okay, great. So this is so let's just unpack this quickly. So the first question is, what am I ready to release? And we have the Tower card. The Tower card is about radical transformation and breakdown. It's actually very Uranian. It's about that shattering that happens, that sudden shock that comes along and crumbles all the walls, leaving just nothing but dust. It breaks down that which is not solid. And so we've got the Tower card. And what am I ready to release? It's talking about releasing the chaos in your life, releasing the disruption, releasing where it is that you are in unhealthy patterns. Our next card, we have, in which area of my life is change needed? And it's very beautiful because we have the Ace of Cups, and the Ace of Cups is about love. It's about self-love, but also loving a bigger picture, loving our service to humanity, how we can be of service in an Aquarian nature to our global community. That is where we're needing to evolve towards on this planet. So the third question is, what supports my freedom of expression? And I have the Sun card, and Leo is ruled by the Sun. So what supports my freedom of expression is embracing my creativity, embracing my joy, embracing my ability to be loud and proud out in the world, and sharing and engaging and allowing my silliness to be out there. It's very happy, it's very sunny, and this is what will support your freedom of expression. It's courage, it's bold, it's just going out there and being. So the next question is, how can I be of service to a bigger picture? And it's very beautiful because we have the Six of Pentacles, and this is about give and take. It's about it's a card of philanthropy. So wherever it is that you can, it's giving more. It's giving more of your time, of your resources, of your heart, of your inspiration and your ideas. How can you be more of support to others that are needing it during this time? And then the last question is, what is full moon in Aquarius wanting me to learn? And I've got the Queen of Wands. And the Queen of Wands rules Leo, Aries or Sagittarius. It's a fire sign, and it's about power. It's about creativity, it's about flamboyancy, it's about joy, and it's about action. It's the warrior spirit. And so it's asking you during this time to access your power, to start becoming aware of how it is that you can be a catalyst for change in the world. And right now, with everything that's happening on the planet, you know, it's not about sinking down into the intensity and the pain, but rising up from the higher universal mind, beyond the murky heaviness of the emotions, in order to serve something greater, something that is beyond just ourselves. Okay, so I hope that shed some light for you. You are welcome to leave comments, we will respond. And if you need any information, just ask questions. I do offer readings, tarot readings. I'm the Tarot Muse, so my details are in the description box. And any other information that you need, you can find it on the Astro Matrix app. Thank you for watching. Please do like and subscribe, and be sure to keep your eyes open for other videos that will be coming shortly. Bye for now.